just your average everyday trucker, keeping it real. I'm your host, Chris Blodgett, and you're listening to Real Talk Tuesday.
Hey guys, welcome back. For anybody who wants to support the show, please go to blodgettshow.com/support or check out the promotions tabs for anything, any kind of promotions we got going on. But on that note, everybody stay tuned for the Keeping It Real segment.
I wasted
This
my
call is
work.
now being recorded.
All right, man. So what were you doing there, Rico?
Man, it's over now. I wasted it. Wasa.
Yeah, he was doing that. I was like, hold on, look at birds.
Yeah. What's going on, fellas? Chilling. Hey, how was Cora's practice?
It was good, man. She did really good. I tell you what, since she's playing against mostly boys, when she starts playing against girls, man, it's I think
she's gonna be killing them.
They're
not really
just so fast. No, man, the dudes are so fast, and she's sitting here chasing them boys down the field, but she's strong because she boxes and stuff, so she got some strong arms. Yeah, she's a pretty stout girl, and plus she's tall too. She's taller than all the boys on the team, and they be trying to back her up, and it's funny. It's kind of like a brick wall with it. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait till she starts playing with it's all girls.
I wouldn't be surprised if they, what is it, the Olympics? It's like boxing or something where they had the one champion or whatever that won the match, but they thought they were saying that she was an actual dude, and it turned out that it was actually a female, but they have a little more extra chromosomes or whatever, so they're just different, but they are biologically a female, so it'd be like, your daughter kicking everyone's ass, and like, are you sure she's really a chick? Because this might be a dude.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays you can't never tell about nothing, man. Man, dude, and that's the thing. One thing that scares, man. I wouldn't want to be in the dating game. And man, the thing about with the way the marriage is going right now, shit, man. I mean, there's a chance that we can put it back together. Hopefully, we can.
I hope y'all
I'm
can
working
reconcile,
on it,
man.
Yeah, man. I'm right. I'm actually so famed. The thing about what I'm doing is with the album. I'm gonna write a book with the album, and with everything that goes down. And if everything goes right with it, man, I'll have a book out with the album, and I'll have a story to tell, man. And so it's gonna be. So the name of the album, I'm changing it from just The Journey. So the name of the album and the name of the book is going to be called The Journey of a Failed Man.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm writing my story. So it's like, I got an introduction, talk about the issues. So, like the first chapters, the fall, we got the introduction, the fall, what's worse than death. And then, like the mentality, it just talks about different things, about the situation, etc. And then every month I'm going to go through with what goes on. And once I get to the point to where I feel like I've corrected what needs to be corrected to no longer be a failed man, I'm going to drop it out. And hopefully I can get it done within, done next year.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I think you will.
Talking about...
Because, I got a lot to work on and stuff, Yeah, 2026, somewhere out between, because I'm gonna be starting college next summer.
Oh, wow.
And so I just, I don't know what I want to go. I thought about going for audio engineering, but the community college I'm going to, they really only ship you. They teach you enough to ship you off to a different place, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm 40 years old. Hell, if I got to spend more than 4 years in it, I need to find a career that I can start doing to make money within before that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Rico, like Dr. Berry.
Man, like I said, I'm 40. I can't be 50 coming into the game talking about, all right, where do I start?
It'd be like being 50, becoming a commercial airline pilot, and like, all right, I got 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once you hit 50, bro,
I
really don't know what you got left. Once you hit 50, you just start enjoying that shit.
Yep.
Yeah. But, I go to college, at least get it started, because I think you got to take your main first class anyway, and I ain't been in school for so long that, hell, I'm going to have to take entry classes, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to have my first year, more than likely, is going to be how to do math,
I am.
I'll probably be doing the math my daughter's doing.
Man,
adding, subtracting, fractions.
Because now they got the way they work some of those problems. It's like you go through it, you're like, how the hell, man? It's like making it more complicated than it was when we were in school.
Oh yeah,
it's
like
real
what's the point of
complicated,
it, man? Bruh, man.
I was helping my granddaughter with it, and we came up with the answer, and she say, okay, we got the answer, but I can't put it down like that. I have to do it this way. And she wrote out so much shit.
Bruh, yeah, dude, man.
Yep.
But man,
and I'm like,
what I'm
all
hoping
that
is
just to say 12 is the answer?
yeah, dude, it's nuts. But man, what I'm hoping is man, I can do something with this music and maybe my story and my book and be like, do something, get into like, content creation or something, I ain't got to make.
If the book does well, hell, you might be able to do something like, what do you call it? The motivational speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, man, there's no telling what can happen. I just got to make it happen, you know what I mean? You don't know what the future holds until you walk the path, and I just got to walk that path, you know what I mean? And so, cuz man, if I can make it through.
Yeah.
If I can make it through, I'm going to have one hell of a story to tell.
Oh yeah.
People talk about why I dream about this, or I want this to happen. And but you got to actually go out there and make it happen.
And do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hell, there's one of the sayings I'm always saying on the show is, believe you can, believe you will, and you're already halfway there, and then you just have to go out there and do it,
Yeah.
So it's like,
man,
a lot of, go for it, man.
Well, now, as I say, I had an epiphany tonight while I was sitting down watching my kids shoot hoops and stuff, and I posted on Facebook. I said, hold on, let me get it up so I know the quote for sure. Hell, I done forgot it. But it's talking about like, I used to be a nobody because I believed I was a nobody, and I was wrong. I'm pretty badass.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, from what Fame says, I can kill it on the microphone, so that's saying something.
Oh yeah, that's the new GOAT, Chris. Yeah, he's the new GOAT.
One of the things, that random idea I just had actually, especially like when you launch, like you do your book and your album, is like recently I just got my website back up for the Blonde Show podcast or whatever. It was down for I don't know, probably like the last 6 or 8 months because I host it with the same area or the same company that I actually got the domain name from. And if you're like a couple months late on the hosting, it like literally all of a sudden your website will just not show up. It'll just be unavailable. Like they'll go to your site and they'll be like, oh, Webador, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay.
3, please.
And yeah, so like I couldn't I didn't even have a link to pay the invoice. Like I had to email them and they basically had to send me a link, which then brought up the past invoices or whatever. They're like, yeah, once you pay that, it was like almost like $50. Wasn't that bad, but I just hadn't done it, And I was in that mindset like, oh man, I'm, even saying things like you're broke and stuff like that, it's not good things to say. Like, just I know Rico and I had this whole chat about a while back about like talking about stuff, and so I'm trying to do it a certain way where I'm like not saying I'm broke, not saying I can't afford it. So if I pay something, I'm not saying, hey, I'm just losing money. I'm just saying it's circulating out there. It's going to come back to me, just, multiplied and, blessed or whatever. But I want to, and plus I'm trying to get things, working on, especially with the new load and whatnot, and the paycheck increase and whatnot. I'm just trying to make shit actually happen, pay stuff off, get ahead and actually start getting some of the passive stuff a little actually off the ground. But I went ahead and paid that invoice with the hosting, and so like everything became available again on my dashboard. I saw that where I can click and it's like, hey, there's everything that's on my page. Really, they have a little editor, which is really easy to like change things. If I want to take something off, literally on the editor, if I delete it, all of a sudden I can go to my actual website and it'll literally be the updated thing. It'll just update immediately. So I'm like, well, I like that. That's pretty cool. But, since it'd been so long, I paid, I got it back active again, but then it had like a random link, with a bunch of characters or whatever. And it's like, you have to upgrade to actually be able to have your domain or whatever. So I went ahead and paid the $14 because it's like you pay yearly or pay monthly. I'm like, well, screw paying yearly. I'm just paying monthly right now. Paid that, got it upgraded to a full one of their pro sites or whatever. And then they're like, oh, so you get a free domain for a year. And I'm like, oh, cool, all right. So I tried to put my domain name in there, blogtheshow.com. And it's like, oh, this website is already hosted with us. I'm like, I know. It's like, but if it's yours, you need to apply to transfer it. We'd have to give you a transfer token, blah, blah, blah. So I emailed the lady back again. It's like, I already have a domain, but I can't connect it to you guys because it's already over here in your system. And I told her what it was, and I guess they just had to flip a switch. She's like, all right, it's connected to you again, blah, blah, blah. And I went to blogtheshow.com when my website popped up, and I'm like, oh, shit, awesome. So I'm already, like, I'm taking out certain opportunities that were already on there that I don't do anymore. Like I had, you try things, you see what works. So, like, anything that's promotional, like I think I have the Sophie promotion, where anybody that creates a Sophie checking account or something, they get, like, a $25 bonus. I make sure that's an updated link out there for that. I put in my bid harvest on there, and I had a couple others that I, deleted. I think I've got a link that goes to your where it goes to your podcast, Rico. It's still on there. It's my way of trying to, even though you don't update it, but it's my way of trying to at least send traffic to your podcast. So one day you might be like, oh my God, I had 100 downloads today. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I do need to do an episode over there.
But I mean,
I haven't done one in a long time.
Well, yeah, and you don't have to do them on like a set schedule. You could do like a random, like, hey, I just popped in here, guys, and so we'll see you next time, whatever that is and stuff. But I thought of maybe adding a page to the Blog Show website and having it be like either after you do your album and your book, or it could be preemptive, and it could be like a recording, like a Zoom call with the three of us talking about it, and then having that video actually be on this page on the for the show, talking about promoting your upcoming stuff and having ways that I even thought about creating another link on there that'll actually send people to your YouTube there, Barry. You know, like I'm all
Yeah.
like going in my head, like, all right, how can I make this site, better? Like, how can what things that I can? Because I know I have downloads. I mean, I'm not like Crime Junkie or any of those podcasts that are like got millions yet, but I figure as long as I
Every
keep,
little bit helps.
yeah, and if I quit, then it's never gonna get there. But it's like so there's weeks where I might not post anything because I didn't get any recordings that week or something because I get in my head, and, man, I don't feel like doing it, man. But then I kind of force myself to do it or whatever. It's like, and you just gotta keep pushing forward and believing that we're gonna do it. So
Yeah, consistency is the main thing. It's like they say
taking
about
action,
gym, the hardest part about the gym and working out and diet and stuff is actually walking through the door. They say if you actually go to the gym and walk through the door, you're gonna work out. But they say, you got to get there and walk through the door. That's the hardest part.
And back in Nashville, I kind of started doing I got into a routine where and Rico remember, like, you remember how when I showed you those, like I'd gone to the gym, like, what they say, like, you do, like, don't do the same workouts every day, like, you switch, like, do it every other day so your body has a chance to, like, rebuild or whatever, like, repair the muscle or whatever it is. So I would do, like, the weights one day, and then the next day I would go and I would do they had a track upstairs. It was like a YMCA or whatever, so there was like I think like 20 laps was like a mile or something, or 12 laps was a mile. So I would do like 24 laps and do like 2 miles up there. And I'd run a little bit, but I'd mostly walk it. Did it for like I think like 2.5. Went there every day, and I would just rotate out. And then of course, like when I had free time, which I don't have now, but like if on my day off or whatever, I'd go up there and if the pool was open, not closed due to like weather. Even it's weird, indoor pools at the Y, if they had thunderstorms nearby, they would close the pool even though it's indoors. I'm like, well, isn't it safer indoors though? But I guess lightning, if it strikes the ground, it can still come in and actually end up in the water inside or whatever. So I didn't know that for a while, but so like 2.5 months ago through this routine, and I wasn't seeing anything different with me, but I think I did a selfie and set about like somewhere out about doing a random thing and like sent it to you, Rico, or whatever, and he commented like, "Bro, you look thinner." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." So I actually did the whole, cause I had a picture from a year prior to that or whatever, because I'd started a routine or like a workout thing, but never actually didn't fully start. But did all right, I'm gonna take a before pic, with your shirt off and from the side, from the front. And so I had a pic from that year ago, and I did another pic right after Rico said mentioned that or whatever. And I did a, comparison, and I showed it to the wife, and hell, I sent it to you, Rico, and I think I showed a couple others. They're like, yeah, you're definitely, like, you're toned up top and thinner. I'm like, really? Huh. I'm like, I don't really see it. I mean, I kind of see it, I guess.
That's
like,
awesome,
no,
man.
dude, you're making progress. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, cool. But then I filled out a flight of stairs or something, in like the winter, and like really fucked up my back or whatever. So like the problem was like I was telling myself I don't want to quit. I don't want to not go one day because then I'm gonna have trouble getting up and going the next day because I had already slacked off, and that's literally what happened. Like as soon as I was back to be able to get back on my feet, I couldn't motivate myself to get back in there again. It's like, this is why don't want this to happen. Shit.
Man, that's always been my struggle, dude, and that's one thing I got to break. It's like what I'm gonna be talking about in the book. Like, man, I'd always try to start something and I'd either get sick. Like, I was doing my journey earlier and I started it, and then I ended up getting COVID, and I ended up slipping, and like I fell on my stairs and busted up my ribs, and then I fell in the bathtub and busted up my ribs again. And man, it's just been one thing after another. But yeah. It's, but this time, man, this time, it's got to be different. Because the thing is, man, if I don't get my health right, man, I ain't gonna. The doctor says if I can get my health right, I can live a decently amount, much more longer, I can go do a whole bunch of stuff and everything else. Yeah. But then, the thing is though, is if I don't get my health right, man, I'm probably looking at like another year or two at most.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I either got to get my stuff together or die within the next possible, short stint of future. So, it's, the thing is, if I can have a long future, I'm going to go ahead and take that long future. I got to give up all the foods that I was once eating and everything else. And so that's what I'm doing now. And hell, man, I went from really not moving around and doing much to, man, shit, I'm walking on an average like 13,000 steps a day. I did an hour and 5-minute walk this morning. Like I'm over 15,000 steps today. And so, I've been putting in work. Hell, I even worked out today too. Yeah, that's my goal, man, is to beat Rico. Me and Rico are going to start comparing steps.
Yeah, man, I was clearing 20,000, maybe a little more than that every day at one point. But now I think I'm only doing between probably between 8 and 12.
Yeah. So I got the last stamp on that the little thing that what's it called? Bit walk.
Yep.
So I got I got 50-50 of them today. And so, but yeah, my goal is I want to be walking 20,000 steps by Christmas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I did, actually did 15,000 today. 15,637.
Let's see, mine is at 15,675.
Yeah.
And so I've been, I've been putting in hellacious work, man.
You just gotta start running some of that. I'm just kidding.
Well, no,
I'm
actually,
not
dude, when I lose enough weight, man, I gotta lose enough weight. I tell you what's weird though, man. Like I've been killing my diet. I actually think I've probably been under eating a little bit, but I've been killing the diet. And man, I'm like, I weighed 275 this morning, but I weighed like 275 2 days ago. 3 days ago, or how many ever? Like probably let's say 2 days ago. Like I ain't lost no weight, but man, I've been like yesterday. I spent all day basically doing manual labor. And still ate healthy. Like I got to keep my potassium up because of the diabetic coma thing. Potassium gets low, so I've been eating potatoes, not a lot, just a little bit of potatoes with my meal. So like I have 2 eggs in the morning, and I cut up a little amount of potatoes so I could get my potassium. And then like for lunch today, I had a turkey burger with some corn and just a little bit of potatoes. I mean, you're talking about if you cut up a potato to where it looks like an apple, like 5 of them. You know what I mean? Like if you cut up an apple in slices. And so, and like to dinner I had some chicken, zucchini, and I forget what the other thing was. Some kind of vegetables and stuff. And then for like dessert, I had some popcorn. And so
I got you.
I did have apple for a snack. And so I'm eating healthy. My blood sugar is great. I mean, it's lower than high. It's been running low, but I'm trying to, since I'm staying so active and I'm eating so healthy that I'm having to take less and less insulin and stuff. And so, I'm fighting low blood sugars. And so, that's one thing I'm trying to, and I'm not sleeping great, man, with all the stuff that's going on. Hell, man, it's been hard to sleep. And so, man, a couple times I'm only getting like 2 hours of sleep at night.
I got you.
And that's not good for my health on anything, not for my heart, not for my diabetes.
Like at least like 6 or 7 hours at least minimum.
Yeah. Well, it really varies, but they say between 6 to 8. Sometimes for some people, 8's too much. Sometimes 6 is too low. It really just based on the person's needs, their body. And hell, if you can take naps during the day, which I can't, I wish I could. Like, my wife, she can go up there and nap for 20 minutes and just get back to it. Me, hell, I can't fall asleep.
Like, you're like, I can't sleep like that. I only nap when I'm desperate. Like if I'm like.
But they say. Go ahead.
No, I was saying if I'm desperate, like I only got like 2 hours of sleep the night before or something, I can lay down and maybe take an hour or two or whatever. But like otherwise, if I'm somewhat rested, even if I'm tired, I can't lay down and just. I still have to take some like the sleep meds to like knock me out or whatever.
Yeah.
To take a nap.
They say about a 20-minute nap. If you take anything longer than that, you'll actually wake up not as refreshed as if you only had like 20 minutes or so. But man, I used to work at Lowe's back in New Orleans, and I worked the night shift, and we got an hour lunch break. And what a lot of us would do though is like they had like patio furniture and stuff like that. We would go into the little section because it would be dark, and we just have them little. We'd sleep on the little the reclined like little patio furniture or whatever.
Yeah.
We'd take like a 30-45 minute nap on that.
Man.
Those were the days.
I heard that like especially if you're doing like a 30-minute nap, that somebody recommended to me once to say drink a cup of coffee right before you lay down and take a nap. And then take a 30-minute nap. Like literally drink the coffee right before you lay down, and because it won't hit your system and wake you keep you awake right away, but you'll fall asleep, and then by the time you wake up, the coffee will be in your system, so you'll wake up and be like more refreshed because you'll have the caffeinated boost plus the sleep. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't do that because I don't drink coffee that fast. Like I literally have my 24-ounce coffee mug, and like it keeps it hot for so long, like up to like 6 hours or whatever. And so like I'll usually be drinking my coffee 3 or 4 hours after I got it, because sometimes I'll forget about it. I'll be sipping my other drinks and whatever, eating snacks and whatever, and I'll be like, oh shit, I got coffee in here. Yeah, I better drink some of that, I don't like having to like rush through it, because then as like Rico's experienced from time to time when you drink coffee and you basically, it's like I always joke with him like about hey Rico, you get your Depends, man, you're going to get your coffee, because how it goes right through you. It's like, oh man,
messes with your bowels
barely
sure.
made it.
Yeah, man, I wish that's one thing I miss is coffee. I used to drink coffee back in the day, but I can't have coffee no more. I got real bad GERD, and man, it just no, I got a GERD, and man, I got like LPR, and the coffee does something to me that man, it just it makes me feel like I'm dying. Like can't be around smoke, and it's like fires and stuff like that. Definitely can't smoke. If I smoke, man, it makes me feel like I'm dying too, but even worse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got numerous health issues, and they all got worse just because I didn't take care. Like I've been a type 1 diabetic. Like I've been diabetic since I was a kid, and I just never took care of myself. Never. There was little times I have little spurts, but the majority of the time, man, I didn't take care of it. So I've been running around with messed up diabetes, and man, man, I got to be thankful that I'm not dead yet. So thank God for that, because hell, my one doctor when I was younger told me that he goes, man, I will be surprised if you live past 30. I mean, to be honest, hell, I've already made it past about 10 years from what he said, and so. But I need to, man. I need to get my crap together, dude. Like I said, the book that I'm writing, this story I'm going to tell is going to be a really, and I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that can relate to me in a lot of ways because of the way that nowadays is, I guess. And it's going to be kind of a cool story depending on how it works out. Because I mean, depending on how the future goes. The book is going to be, because it's going to kind of be like a journal. Because basically now it's me writing down what I'm going through, what I'm saying, what I'm learning, what I'm finding out, and what I'm doing, etc. And so it's basically reading how I failed, what happened, and then about me going through and whether at the end of the book, hell, depending on how it goes, you might not see whether if me or my wife get back together, or maybe we will, or maybe we won't, you know?
And, well, there's one of the other things that I say quite often on the show is you never fail unless you quit and give up and walk away. But if you keep getting back up and keep trying, then you haven't failed yet, you know? You just have, or what is that, hold on, I gotta, you guys are both still there, or did I lose you? Oh shit. Hey Rico, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think we lost him. Hold on, 'cause I think he was just trying to call back or whatever. Text him really quick and cause I'm like, I get a Michigan call. I was like, Barry, are you still there? But then it was like, oh shit.
Hold on. It look like he's sending a message.
Yeah, 'cause I was like, do I answer the
Yeah,
call?
he
I don't know
said
if
he's
it's Barry
trying
or
to
not.
call back.
I got you. Yeah, I'll answer. I didn't realize it was him calling. All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, you back there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
We
all
still
right.
recording?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
'cause I was like, I saw that call come through, and I was like, did he drop? I wonder if that's him calling. But I was like, that's the only number from Michigan,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I'm from Michigan. Yeah. And so, well, that's where I live now. And so, yeah, so with the book, man, it's going to be, because when I do the video thing, like what my plan is when the book comes out, and because the album is just, the journey of the album is about me putting out an album, because I've never put out an album before. So the album don't have like a theme or a series. It's just about putting out good music and completing something that I haven't completed that I should have completed. But man, the lack of confidence, the lack of, believing in myself, thinking I was good enough to do it, I always thought I needed somebody to be somebody. And so a lot of times I'm always looking for a feature or a collab. And in the grand scheme of things is, from the sounds of it, is I'm good enough that, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to do it. I got Rico on the majority of the tracks. So I mean, hell, he wants to be on all of them. He can be on all of them. But I always stop doing it. I don't know. But with the book, basically what's going to happen is it's going to be following the certain aspects of my life. And so, I'm just basically going to put up a short little video about like, hey, because I'm going to have a before and after picture of all the videos of me being where I am now and before, and to where I am when I go through this process of becoming a better man. It's just not about, it is about losing weight, but that's not the only goal. It's not about the looks or this. It's about me becoming a better person, a stronger person, somebody with drive and ambition, determination. And so that's kind of the goal is basically, to be honest with you, man, I got to be reborn a man again because, man, for so long, I've just been down and out, and I've never really felt like a man for the past couple of years just because of, I ain't had no purpose really. Being a father, I don't think is a purpose. I think that could be considered so many different things, but man, I don't think it's a purpose. Like, a man needs a, like, goal and drive and stuff. They need something to make them be a man and keep pushing to, like you get up every morning, you truck driver, your purpose is to, you can provide a place for your family and stuff like that. And so, I'm going to have a lot to tell. And so basically, with that, I'm going to try to get people intrigued because I'm not going to tell them the whole story. I'm just going to give them little bits and pieces of it to where they'll want to read the book. And then after the book comes out for a little bit or whatever, I guess talk or I really don't know how to play it or plan it other than
Yeah, well, they're gonna be just because I don't since when I re-added you and stuff, I'm not. I think it's recording, but I want to make sure. So I'm gonna end and restart real quick. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah.
This call is now being recording ended.
Huh. Yeah, because I think what it's doing is cause I think it when you called back in, I think it was recording still for me and Rico, but then not recording for you, and now I think it's so. Hold on a sec, man. I wonder.
I don't think it's recording now.
I think it's recording for me with like one of you, but not both of them, since I had to merge a call again in the middle of the. So, Barry, call back in again real quick. Let me end the recording with Rico really quick, and I'll just add you, and then we'll hit record again to make sure that we're, not getting like half recording.
All right, 10-4.
All right, man. I'll talk to you in a second. All right.
This call is now being recorded.
Hey, here we go. Now we got it.
Yo. There we got it.
Cause I didn't, when you fell off before, I was like mid-sentence, and it's like incoming call, and I was like, I'm confused.
He started. Yeah, he started talking about divorce and all this. What happened? The line got cut. What happened? And so, yeah, it just, man, the thing is, man, my wife's been through a lot. I put my wife through a lot, and so it got to where she just couldn't take it no more. And I can't blame her with everything. And so the thing is it's weird. And now that I think and look about it, man, it all kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But, the thing is, man, is I needed a wake-up call. Either way, it actually saved my life if you actually look at it. Because either way, I'm going to be changing for me. Even though, I'm changing, me changing will also be for her and my kid. But in the grand scheme of things, man, changing for me is, I got to change for me to the fact that if I want to live, I still got to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because, that's the truth of it is if I don't change, you're literally the max you're looking at is 2 years. But if that, be lucky with another. And so, I got.
Well, I don't know. The guy,
I
the
still
one
got things I
doctor's
want
at
to do.
30, and then you're at 40. So I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But it's good that you're at least working on it stuff. Because my wife hates the fact that I'm kind of one of those I'm fine. I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm good.
Yeah.
Should be go to the freaking doctor. I mean, when I had that fall down the stairs because of the ice or whatever. I'm the kind of worker that even if I'm sick or whatever, if I could be upright, I'm going. I'm going to be at work. I'm going to be doing what I got to do because I don't I don't want to take the pay cut of missing a day or whatever. And so only times I've ever called out sick is when I got the flu or whatever, and or usually one of the family members will bring it home. They'll be sick for a few days prior, and I'm going. You hear them in the other room, the bathroom or whatever, and they're like, because you know how it is. Some people are quiet when they're sick in the bathroom. My oldest daughter is not. We could be across the house and the next floor up, and we just hear the. I'm like, oh my god, I think Allie's dying down there.
Yeah.
But then a couple of days, then I start hearing it with my youngest, and then I'm like, fuck. And then a couple more days, and then my wife I hear her in the bathroom, oh man. So then I'm like the spray sanitizer, at all the doorknobs and surfaces, and I'm hand sanitizing, and I might wear a mask at home because I'm trying like hell to not also come to, but it's inevitable. When the whole family gets sick, you're probably screwed.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks now is I actually think I'm coming down with something. I'm like, man, I can't get sick. I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if I got a sore throat,
and then it
kind of coughing a little bit.
At the worst time, too. Because, like, I was, like, thinking, okay, I'm good. You know, it was, like, after everybody else at home seemed to be doing better, I still hadn't gotten sick. So I was, like, you know, knock on wood. I was like, oh, man, I think I might have, because we were sanitizing everything, wiping all the surfaces down, and, you know, drinking vitamin C. We had the airborne, you know, the little tablets you can put in water that's supposed to, like, boost your, like, your immune system, whatever. So I was doing everything I possibly could. And then I went out to go to work, and I was doing the Illinois run from Nashville. A little bit more mileage than what I do right now. It was like 270 each way versus 250 each direction doing what I'm doing now. And I got halfway to Illinois, and you could tell, you know, when you start to get sick, you could tell you start to first is that energy drop. You know, you start to feel a little bit like worn down and winded a little bit, and like your head, you start to have the aches and the pains that start to happen, and sometimes the fever might start. I was starting to feel the symptoms kind of like start, and I was also like, it was hitting me as far as like the nausea and stuff. So I was like driving down the road going, oh crap, you know. So I'm like, I'm sipping, you know, because I don't like throwing up. So like I'll do anything I can to try not to. And so you know, sometimes I'll just be sipping on like ginger ale or water or whatever. And I actually got to my delivery or my swap because I was taking 2 little trailers up to Illinois, and I would meet up with the team that's coming down from St. Paul, Minnesota, and we would swap loads. I would take mine back to Nashville, which they would get picked up by a Georgia crew, like an Atlanta, Georgia crew. So they'd pick it up in Nashville and take it back to Atlanta. And the St. Paul crew would take the load I brought up, they'd take that up to Minnesota. But I got all the way up there, and, you know, I forced myself to, because I would bring food with me, like, you know, pack a Tupperware or whatever. I think at that time, I was making, like those stuffed chicken breasts or whatever, like the cordon bleus, the Kievs, making those and making like quinoa and stuff and green beans. And I would, you know, have that in a container, and I'd heat it up there in Illinois and eat it in the truck really quick and then take off to come back. Forced myself to eat the dinner I brought. And I, you know, then of course sipping water on the way back, still feeling like, oh my god, I'm just hoping, you know, because being on your feet when you feel like that with the fever and stuff, it's even harder to do too because you feel like you're just gonna fall over. But I was like, I had to disconnect to, like, I had to set up 2 doubles or 2 sets, 2 trailers and a dolly, and I had to, you know, bring the one back from Illinois and break it down. Actually, thankfully, I guess on that run, I a lot of times could just drop the set, leave it together because the Atlanta crew would come in and just grab it and go. So it was less work, so that was nice being able to drop it. But then I literally made it home that night going, thank God, because it's like, you know, just wanting to make it home because you're sick. And then of course, like I got home, I laid down, woke up the next morning, you know, I felt slightly better, but I still felt like shit. So I was like, as long as I was laying down, I was good. But I was getting on the phone. I called my manager that I was dealing with at the time or whatever. I was like, hey, Jimmy, do you have anybody that can run the Farina run today? He said, what's going on? I was like, the whole family is sick with the flu. He's like, yeah, I got somebody. I got you. Just, you know, I was like, I'll be back tomorrow, but, you know, if I could take today, that would help. I'm just going to lay around and sleep as much as possible. And, you know, it's like it took another 24 hours, but then I finally, the next day I felt a hell of a lot better and I actually ate something, you know, for the first time. And you know how it is, like, you don't eat anything when you got the flu. You just, like, you want to eat, but at the same time you don't want to eat, so.
Yeah.
But, man, I hate being sick. It's like.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm lucky on that aspect. I really don't get sick. If I do, it's usually like, well, hell, no, I really don't get sick, man. I think the last time I was sick was probably about 10 to 20 years ago. Something like that.
Yeah, and you don't take medication either, right, bro?
No meds.
Man, I'm on all the meds.
I'm really blessed in that aspect too, man. Because most of my friends that are my age, they take medicine cabinets full of medicine, and you know, for different ailments. You know what I mean? Arthritis and all other kind of shit. But Yeah,
One of my
man.
favorites, Percocet.
Yeah. I started taking care of myself when I was still a teenager, man. So it's like, even though I was still, like drinking from time to time, smoking weed and stuff like that, I was still pretty much on a health kick. So I never really indulged in anything hardcore, and I never really beat my body up like that. So, I got lucky.
Man, I beat the hell out of my body.
What is it? You guys ever seen that? I think it's called SWAT. It's got like Samuel Jackson, I think, in it, and like a Hispanic chick that's a pretty well known actress.
Yeah, you talking about the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
You talking about the movie? Yeah, I love that movie.
Like, we're Mormons, we treat our bodies with respect. He goes, yeah, well, I treat mine like an amusement park. That's what the difference is. Make this country great.
What movie is that?
Yep.
That was SWAT.
SWAT. Yeah,
SWAT?
It's got Samuel L. Jackson. It's got the dude who played that, SWAT, like the SWAT police officer.
Oh, you say SWAT.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And they ended up, there was basically two best friends, like brothers or whatever. I think they both might have been in the same military thing, and then they did something. One got fired, one didn't, and then they ended up
opposite sides
doing some money. Yeah, they opposite sides, man. They shot a helicopter down with a 50 cal. Yeah, I love that movie. That's my jam. I love that movie. I ain't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, Mariko, I couldn't do what you do, man. With like when you like mess up your finger or something because of like your job,
Yeah.
and then you don't take any meds for it. I'll be like, here, hit me in the head, knock me out, because I can't take it. I can't take it. It hurts. I can't, man.
I mean, man, I just everything about the body is it can be controlled, and so I've learned to control certain things, and now sometimes the pain does get to the point that I'll be thinking I should take something, but then I just don't. I'll either go to sleep or I'll find something to occupy my mind, and usually that'll get me off of the pain.
Yeah, because I know if I'm in too much pain, I can't sleep.
I mean, I can pretty much sleep through it. I can sleep through anything pretty much.
I think when I
as
got
long
my,
as I'm comfortable, I have to be comfortable and feel safe, and then I can just sleep. Yep. I can just sleep. But if I'm not, like if I'm in a new area, or if I know somebody's staying over that hasn't been there before, I'll instantly wake up. If you even just walk past my damn door, I'll just wake up.
Yeah, I was about to say you don't want to tell nobody in prison that you sleep through anything.
Oh nah. You don't feel safe in prison. I was comfortable in prison, but I didn't feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah, oh no.
Keep your back to the wall, right?
Nah, man. I just
gotta learn to walk in.
Pretty much ignored shit, man. You know what I mean? And just stayed in my own lane.
Yeah.
So I had a few people that I had became friends with and shit. So we kind of just all hung out when we wasn't working and shit. And so that was pretty much it for me, man. Since it was an honor grade camp, it was it almost felt like I was off at college or something like that. You know what I mean?
You were in one of the like low security type deals, whatever.
Yeah, no gun towers. It didn't even have a fence around that motherfucker, man.
Oh my God, yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah, but man, I even that's where I got a lot of my college credits from, man. While I was there for those 2 years, So, for me, like I said, it felt more like I was off at school, man, because I was able to wear my own clothes. I didn't have to wear prison clothes and shit like that. Well, I did the first 2 weeks that I was there, but, after that, I was able to wear street clothes and shit. So, the only thing that felt prison about it was the fact that you had to eat at a certain time, go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time. Being a grown man and having somebody dictate your life is not fun.
When we work, technically we kind of deal with that now, because we gotta be in at a certain time to start our day, and I mean, obviously,
it's I can tolerate that for $10 to $20 an hour. You know what I mean? But you in there, you tolerate that shit for I don't know what it is now. Back then, it was from anything from 40 cents to $1.20 a day. You know what I mean? So it's like you go to prison, you take a major pay cut, buddy.
You're making that money, man.
And then the best jobs in there back then, man, was like housekeeping. Well, housekeeping wasn't one of the best ones, but it was the most laid back. The best one as far as the money went was like working in the canteen or working in the kitchen or the clothes house. Those were the top, you know what I mean? You actually had some respect if you was in the clothing house. Because if you made the motherfuckers mad that gave you your clothes, you might be a size, let's say 42, and they might give you a size 36, and you just got to squeeze in them things until the next week.
I got you. Why are you wearing short shorts, man? No, these are pants.
Yeah, but even though my experience there wasn't bad, it's still somewhere I do not want to go back to. You know what I mean? I did see some wild stuff, man. I've seen some wild stuff, but definitely not a place I want to go back to.
I got you.
That's why I'm on the straight and narrow now. I'll be smelling them cookies baking in the woods, but I ain't going.
It's like anytime when there's like somebody, like a situation or a person or something that like somebody does something to you or pisses you off or something or wrongs you really badly in your life or whatever. There's been a lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of people out there can probably relate, where it's like you think about it and you're like, is it worth going to prison for them? And I'm like, nope.
Well, you know what, Chris? We've watched enough movies and series that if something like that was to take place, I believe I would get away with it. Not saying I would do it. I definitely wouldn't do it, but if I had to do it, I'd get away with it.
Ain't that what OJ wrote a book about? Like if he would have done it?
I don't know. I thought he did.
Yeah, I think OJ wrote a book
like memoirs or some shit.
It was like, if I would have killed her, it would have been this way. That's what made it funny.
I would have made sure the gloves didn't fit, and
I mean, the glove not fitting. It's like this, man. It was a leather glove. Anybody that knows fabric knows that leather shrinks and expands depending on temperature. So, depending on how that glove was stored, there's a good chance that it did fit him at one time.
Damn.
And just does it now.
Yep. He had a good lawyer. I don't know if he did it or not.
I think he did.
I wasn't there. All I know is that I don't know if that, like, in hell, when I was that age, I wasn't worried about OJ trial. Shit. I was worried about other things.
Yeah, man,
you get
we
old
all
enough to hear about it, it's like, man,
did it.
Yeah,
Me and my friends did. We thought he did it. I was like, he did it. That motherfucker did it. He did it.
That's funny. Man, you know what's weird though, dude, is, man, I listened to Candace Owens. And man, I actually thought Michael Jackson did it until I started listening to her. And man, she pointed out a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like, he might not have done that, all that stuff that they said.
I mean,
because at first, man, like I was.
The only reason I thought he did it, man, was because he paid that one family off when they said show your penis. You know, they said the little boy could describe your shit, show it to you. Next thing I know, goddamn, they got paid off. I'm like, come on. And people was like, well, he just wanted it to go away. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If I know I didn't do something, you're not finna get no payday off of that. So for that reason, I thought he did it. But it's like, I don't know, man. That whole situation was just really weird to me because, you know, he's a grown-ass man. And I know people, well, he didn't have a childhood, and that still makes it fucking weird. It doesn't not make it weird because he had a fucked up childhood or lack of a childhood or whatever. That just explains the weird shit.
Yeah. But man, I know Candace Owens, man, she had good points on it though, that it made me actually change the thing. Like, man, he might not have done it. You know, and I never know. You know, I don't know.
So what was a couple of her
But I'm
points?
a firm believer on the wood chipper. Man, you know, I done forgot, dude, to be honest with you, now that we're talking about it.
That's a wood chipper.
No, man, and that's the thing, dude. I wish I could, man. It's like, you know how when you're thinking of something, I can't think about it. But, no, so if you really want to know, look up, Candace Owens' thoughts on Michael Jackson.
Okay. But I mean,
I follow her on Facebook and on YouTube, and I seen the video on, Facebook. Hell, man, my memory's so bad now, man. I can't remember, a lot of stuff. Man. All I remember is that my point was that I thought Michael Jackson was guilty of sin, and now after listening to her, my opinion of Michael Jackson's stuff is that I might have been wrong about him. I mean, I'd have never let my kid go over there, but I'm just saying.
I mean, it's like this, man. No matter how sadistic or how vicious or whatever the situation is, you can always pull good from bad. I mean, you can always do it. Every person is gonna have a certain amount of good shit they did for certain people, and there's gonna be a certain amount of people that they wronged that nobody knows about. It's always gonna be like that. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know if he did it for certain. I feel like some shit wasn't right with what went on. Whether he touched them or not, I don't know. I really don't. But the situation just didn't look right to me. Me being a father, it just didn't look right. You know what I mean? So, I'll be fucking around when I say that he did it and shit. But in all honesty, I can't honestly say that without a doubt he did it. But I can say something wasn't right about that situation.
Yeah. That thing about pulling out the penis thing is weird. Because, I want to say that the majority of all adults, male or female, can describe a penis.
Yeah, but all penises, your penis don't look like my penis.
No, but there's only few variations that, he could talk about. I mean, I don't want to get into all that, but
he might have had a birthmark on it. It was something identifying about that thing. He might have had a monkey tattoo on it or some shit.
He might have.
Might have been like, oh, it swung in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's got finger marks. You know, it's got finger marks tattooing it, so you know where to grip it.
Now that's how you train them. These are women, not that. I'm talking about grown women now, not the others.
Yeah, it's like here on the blonde show, you never know which direction these keep it real segments are gonna
go. Yep. Oh man.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Yep. Oh yeah, that was old Dave Chappelle stuff.
Hey, yeah, man, Dave is that guy, man.
Yeah, he is. He's funny as hell. I remember I was watching the comedy. He was telling a story about when a guy come up there and tried to fight him, and it took off.
The guy that tried to tackle him.
Yeah, the guy who tried to tackle him or whatever. And then he said he come up. He said he was thinking about everything to say, and he said Chris Rock come up and said, "Was that Will Smith?" Oh man.
Yeah, I saw that one. Hell yeah.
Man. Yeah, Dave, man, he's funny as hell.
Yeah,
I like Ali Sadiq too. He's really good. Yeah.
Who?
Ali Sadiq. He's funny.
Oh, okay.
He talks a lot about prison, but nah, he's really funny. I learned about him. He was on that one show, It's Not Happening or something. And he's got two of them, but he's got one of them about Mexicans got on boots. What you mean Mexican got on boots? And they're about to be a riot. Talking about going and getting a knife and stuff. Yeah, and he's funny, man. You ought to check him out. I have to send you a YouTube link of his stuff. He's funny. Yeah. Now I can't remember what Candace said, but man, it's like she pointed out different stuff about how stuff just went with courts and everything else and yada yada yada. And the thing she said, I think she said it was like the biggest thing for him is like
you talking about she must have been
talking
about the
he died,
shit.
might or might not. Yeah, I don't know. I know she talks a lot like there's a conspiracy theory about Charlie Kirk's death, like the assassination that they arrested really wasn't the assassin. I love conspiracy theories, man. I don't care how far out they, man. I love conspiracy theories. Whether I believe them or not, I just love to hear what is on people's minds, man. The crazier, the better, because, man, I just like listening to stuff, man. They can be batshit crazy, but if it's interesting,
reality
I'm gonna listen to it.
Sometimes be stranger than fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a show like that, Stranger Than Fiction. That was a good show.
On some real shit, man. Cause it's like even the movies and shit that we watch, man. They may not be based on an actual, specific event, but they're always based on possible shit that can possibly happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The shit be wild. And the world is no different, man. Some of the shit each one of us have seen before probably is just crazy, man. It's like shit goes down.
Yep. Man, I've been trying to find this movie. Man. There's a movie out there somewhere. I wish I could re-find it. I watched it one time, and man, it had like multiple different ways the world would end. It had the same guy going through each scenario, and like at least him getting on a plane, and like there was a black hole that got formed or something. But it showed just all the different, like 10 different or more possible ways of the world ending. Man, how messed up would that be? Like if a black hole was to form, and I think ain't they got something that they actually create, or they're trying to create, like some kind of black hole thing, or
Nah, we don't have the means to make a black hole. If they did, we'd be fucked up right now, man. They've been lost control of that shit. But they like the science is there, but it's nothing that's actually been put into practice. It's all theoretical. Your boy, what's his name? Neil deGrasse.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah.
He actually has one of his shows where somebody asked that question and they answered it and shit. But they say it's all theoretical, man. We don't have the means to actually to do it. I forget what's needed to form it, but we can't do it yet. Thank goodness.
Yeah, you know how it is. The end of the world is going to be something that we actually make happen. Like Terminator totally could happen with
yeah. Oh, dude,
AI or whatever, you know.
as fame, man, I be talking about it all the time. The AI is going to be coming for us.
Hey, man, did you ever watch the cartoon version of The Matrix where they had, it's like a series, man. It's like a little mini series, but it's a cartoon. I think it had some real show in it too, if I'm not mistaken. But they actually tied Terminator into fucking The Matrix.
Really?
Yep. The AI
is the Matrix Terminator,
it's the same AI that runs The Matrix.
I mean, I can see that happening, actually. That makes sense, actually, because Terminators would take over, and then they would figure out how to make their battery or whatever it was that we were in the Matrix.
Yeah, I forget.
That's what I was going to ask. Wasn't the Matrix about robots taking over?
But it's a pretty good series. I want to say it's called Animatrix. I think is what it's called, Animatrix.
Oh,
Animatrix. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, but
it's pretty
I've
good,
never heard
man.
of that one, but it sounds like it'd be really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like I say, it's different shows or episodes rather. I don't think it's a lot of them. I want to say it was just a mini series. Hell, I can look that shit up while we on the phone instead of trying to damn remember.
The Barry is like, click. Oh, I think Rico dropped off.
Yeah. Hell, yeah, I've done. My phone's been fidgety all night.
When you hit the wrong button, it's like, disconnect.
Oh no, it's not a series. It's just it's a movie. It's an animated movie, but it's 1 hour 41 minutes long.
Oh. I might have to watch it when I have free time. Oh wait.
Oh, okay. Here it is. It says it's an anime that compiles 9 animated short films into the one movie. So yeah, but it's pretty good, man. It's probably on Netflix or one of the other ones.
Huh? Hey, Barry, Rico and I had talked a while back about that series From, and trying to come up with our own little similar type situation, scenario or whatever, but make it a little bit different or whatever. And
what I wanted to do, man, I wanted to kind of keep it kind of like the show, but I wanted to pick up kind of from where the show leaves off, because they leave you fucking hanging like a motherfucker.
Really?
Oh wait. That ain't the one I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the other one, not From. What was the other one? The one with
Wasn't that what it was? Wayward Pines?
Yeah, Wayward Pines. That's the one I wanted to do that one too.
Yeah, because that one pissed me off when that ended, because of the way it just ended. It was like, okay, well, what? Because I guess they ran out of it didn't get picked up again or something. So
yeah, man, because it's one of those endings that's more of a lead off into the next show or something. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? Really? This is how you gonna end it?
Man,
I wanted to see old boy. I wanted to see old boy have babies with the ugly chick or something.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that Phasmophobia movie to come out.
Yeah, you told me that was coming.
Yeah. Do what now?
Which one is that one?
Phasmophobia. So this game called Phasmophobia. It's been on the computer for a while. Just come out on the Xbox not too long ago. And you hunt ghosts. And there's for some people it'd be scary. I guess the biggest thing is just I don't know. It can be pretty intense, man. You get chased by ghosts. All you can do is kind of run and hide and burn incense if you have them. If not, you basically die and then kind of go to their like little torment hell thing, and then you become a ghost if anybody else is alive. But they're supposed to make a movie out of it. That's what I want to see. Movies just like scary movies to me a lot of times just really ain't scary, man. They're just
not anymore.
It's just killing people, man. Like the last movie that I saw, and I gotta watch the second one of it, was Smile. I liked that movie. It was, man, that's the kind of scary that I like, It's just creepy.
That's some freaky shit.
Makes you be like, ooh, shit.
Now I tried
somebody
to
behind
watch
me?
Smile, but I never finished it. It seemed like it was gonna be good, but then I think I started doing something else, or one of my shows came back on or something, and I just didn't finish watching.
Yeah.
And it's like, for anybody out there who has not watched it, please be advised, this conversation may involve spoilers.
Well, we don't have to spoil it for nobody.
No, but it's like the last one that came out, a Smile 2 or something, where it's like she went through a bunch of stuff thinking that she was actually gonna like fix it or something, like to pass it on, and only to end up that everything she was doing to try to get out of the situation was actually not real. It was like, oh,
and that was
what?
in Smile. That was at the end of Smile 1, though, right?
No, that one, because this is the singer. The one that was like the professional singer that like she.
Oh, well, I haven't seen the second one. That sounded like the same thing as the first one.
That's the one I started watching.
Yeah, because the first one deals with a therapist.
Because then I guess they gotta die really gruesomely in front of somebody, and so dying as a professional singer in front of hundreds of thousands of fans, it's like, oh shit. Like, guess what? Everybody has it now. All right,
Oh, so they spread it on to everybody, huh?
Yeah, because the one that I think that last one, the second one, I think with the singer, I think she when she finally gruesomely killed herself, she was on stage at the concert. Like, so she's however many hundreds of thousands or whatever that were in the stadium watching her, they all saw it happen, and so of course I guess anybody that sees that person die in front of them, they then get that demon or whatever it is inside of them. It's like, oh fuck, I don't think they're gonna be stopping it now. He's everywhere now. Then they go off to their corners of the world, wherever they came from, It's like when you got these
I guess
pandemics.
I'm gonna have to watch the second one.
Yeah, you should be. It's really good. That's kind of freaky shit though. But it's like the pandemics when you got like different viruses that, like some of those movies or whatever, where like a virus, like it starts with like one or two people and they get on a plane, everybody gets infected, and then a lot of those people get on planes to go to other parts of the world. And next thing you know, the entire world's infected with whatever this is or whatever. And then you can't really stop it. Like if it's a situation like that with like a demonic possession that just takes over your life, and yet you pass it on to a lot of people. Like, woo! All right, we're screwed.
Have y'all ever seen the Human Centipede?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't remember if I've seen that one or not.
I've seen the first one and the second one.
The second one was just fucking ew, man.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them are ew, but the second one was just ew. Like, oh, bro, you ain't even got medical. You fucking people up.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Man, it was messed up. The first one was messed up too, like but it reminds me of that Key and Peele one where the dude's sitting like, hey, you remember, he was like, when am I gonna be able to crap in somebody's mouth? And then his date comes out of the restaurant and she's like, ew, and then leaves.
Hey, old boy started, and they started crying and
man.
shit. They say, I can't hold it. I'm sorry. I can't hold it. And here comes the shit. Ooh, man, that's just, that was just so wrong, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get my wife to watch that one because one of her phobias is kind of that she's like, will stay away from is the insects that have the bunch of legs.
Ain't no
like
insects in it.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the centipede or whatever. Like she doesn't.
Yeah.
She's like, no. Like those would be the kind that like me. Like it's like me with spiders in the house. Like outside, okay. Like,
Now, you do know.
Outside, they leave me alone.
Now you do know the human centipede had nothing to do with bugs, right? It was literally a guy sewing people together ass to mouth.
Yeah. And he would feed the one in the front, and then the way the people, each one got to eat afterwards, the other one would crap somebody's mouth, and they would crap that.
Oh, can you imagine being the last one in the line?
I'd have to be the first one in line, bro.
Skip that scenario altogether, man.
Hey, I'll be ready. Just make me the head.
You guys,
please make me the head.
Yeah, it's like very you guys have fun, man. You guys just go for it, man. You guys have a blast.
Bruh, man. I mean, yeah, if I had to choose, wouldn't run, but shit, I'm gonna be lead on that one.
I just got the bench seat over here. Just sit over here and watch, you know.
Oh man.
But hey, the second one though, in the prison, oh man. He had the guards like, not the guards, but the inmates like that, Chris, man. They was bad off, bro. They was bad off. They shit was all infected and shit, and
Yeah.
You need to watch that movie,
man.
Chris,
That
if
was.
you've never seen it.
We done told him, he's like, I'll pass.
I'll have to, I'll have to find a slot, pencil it in, you know, during all my free time, I guess.
Well, the thing is like, why did we even keep watching the movie when we found out what it was going to be? Like, once they got sewed up together, she's like, no, you know what? I think I'm done. It was like, why did we have to see them actually doing the motions of, you know?
Yeah, man.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, man. Before I watched it, somebody had already told me what it was gonna be, and that shit made me wonder why. I was like, hell no, I got to see this shit. And when I
forgot,
it,
so I was just, man, I was just looking for something to watch on Xbox or something. And then Human Centipede, I'm like, well, you know what? Nah, go ahead. And then I start watching it, and then it's like it happened, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching, man? And then what's the point is, it's like, I'm like, I've already rented the movie. I can't stop, you know? I'm just saying.
I paid for it. I gotta, you know.
Yeah. I mean, this has got, you know, I ain't wasting $1.99, you know?
Yep. Just make sure to rewind that stuff before you turn it back into the story.
No, it was on Xbox, man. You could rent Xbox. The Blockbuster, yeah. Please be kind. Rewind.
Look, one of my favorite movie series for horror, I'm gonna say horror comedy, is gonna be The Feast. The Feast is a crazy fucking series, bro. If y'all
I've never
seen
it,
you need to see it.
I'm not familiar with that one either.
It's got 3 movies. It's got The Feast, then it's got The Feast Part 2, which is called Happy Seconds or something like that. And then they got one that ends everything. The only thing I didn't like about it is they never tell you where the fucking monsters come from. Like the first movie comes on, and in the first scene, this dude runs into a bar, man, and it's some other shit going on. Somebody upstairs getting some head or some shit. They get shot through the floor. But this dude busts in and he's like, yada, 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 we got to do this and that. And they're like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, I'm the man that's going to save your fucking life. And the next thing you know, he gets snatched out the window by one of the damn monsters. But it's a crazy horror flick, man, because the monsters will rape you and you'll turn into a fucking monster.
I was just wondering. I would literally just be like, hey, is that the one that you sent me that clip where the one guy was inside like a
oh
train
yeah. Oh, Cole, old boy
like,
from Martin. That was old boy from
he got
Martin, Cole.
Pulled up to the side of the container or whatever. It was like bang, 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 bang. He's like, oh my god!
That's
like,
nuts.
Did he
man.
See, very man.
You want to know?
Oh shit! Go ahead.
You want to know? Man, I think is probably one of the messed up endings of a movie I've ever saw. I think is it called The Mist? A guy, it takes his family and stuff, and they thinking everything's going away. Like,
oh, you talking about when he killed everybody
and everything
they come at the end? The army comes.
Yeah, he killed his kid, killed all the people, and then the army comes rolling right by him, and the chick that left in the beginning was with him. Dude, could you, bruh.
Could
you imagine? Yeah. I mean, he killed his own son to save his son from, I guess, pain. I couldn't do that. I mean, if somebody was dying, yeah, and like ease their suffering, but just to like end it, man, we're going out. I'm going out swinging.
It's like this. If the monster's right there, I mean, like literally right there, about to crunch us, maybe then I'll try to end it quick for us all and shit. But
yeah.
I'm not going to end that shit and we got time to talk and think and shit like that. They just walking around outside. Fuck that.
Exactly, man. But man, that was crazy, dude. Man, and I knew it was going to happen like that. It's like the way that movie played out, you knew it was going to happen just like that. Yeah.
Like, you're talking about they were in the car, right? Like, he killed his
him, the old lady,
the other two
his
old people in the back. Yeah, and then all of a sudden everybody comes rolling by, and you're like, oh, man, he just killed everybody. He could have held out.
I'm like, you dumb
and the thing
motherfucker.
And he's still alive, too. And he lived that, like, man, could you imagine having the bed?
Because he didn't have a bullet for himself,
like,
right?
Oh, no.
No,
did he run out of bullets?
So I can't remember. I can't remember if he did or not, but I know he didn't die at the end because he was crying like a mammy jammy.
Yeah, because I think he went to try to like take his own life, and he was out of ammo. Like the gun didn't have any more bullets in it.
Oh,
and then they rolled.
It's been a while since I've seen it. Yep. And then he seen that chick from the beginning that nobody wanted. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Kept everything locked down and not just, waited it out to see what happened. Don't go outside.
Yeah.
Cover the windows.
Yeah, I think I would have stayed in the building, dog, and just took my chances in there.
Yeah. See that crazy chick outside with the rest of the monsters and stuff, and chilled out.
Yep.
Because that one chick was turning everybody crazy. Man.
Hey, why is it always a chick like that in the movies, man? Because it's a chick like that in the Squid Game.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Yep.
I know.
Have y'all watched the Squid Game?
There's always some crazy people. The Squid Games?
Yeah.
Yep.
I seen the first season. I didn't watch the second season.
Man, that shit's good. I didn't think I was gonna like that shit. That shit was good.
Is the second season worth watching?
When I realized that they had a second season out already, I was like, oh shit. Without giving any spoilers, I was kind of like not happy about
I don't want to spoil it for you if you're gonna check it out. But
I mean, if it's worth watching, I'll check it out. I mean,
yeah, it's definitely worth watching. Definitely.
Okay.
But
I think they got
another good
over here in the
movie.
States too, I think.
Y'all remember the Crazies?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah,
Oh man, you got to check that one out too, man. For whatever reason, I can't remember if they ever said what was going on, but people just started losing their shit and trying to kill people.
Oh wow!
I'll have to check that out. There was a movie that I watched. It was like Silence or something like that. It was about a deaf chick. Maybe she was a writer or something. I don't know if she was out in the woods or something. And then like there was a guy who was trying to kill her and everything. And then when it was all said and done, they ended up, she ended up getting her hearing back.
Yeah, I think if I remember, I think he actually got he got inside or something, and somehow she was able to get the better of him, kind of. I don't remember how she did it though, but she ended up surviving somehow, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I think the guy had like a crossbow or something, didn't he?
My bad, y'all. My daughter come down here real quick. I missed that as soon as I stopped talking. I'm sorry.
But that one right
now,
there, she ended up, like, didn't the guy have like a crossbow or something, and she ended up somehow getting the better of him and killing him?
I know she did end up killing him. I know she did end up killing him. But something happened to her that caused her to be able to get the hearing back, like when it come to the alarm and everything was going off. And I think he might have. I'm trying to remember now. It's like I told, man, I got a bad memory.
And I'm trying to think, like, was that? I can't remember if that was her. I think it might have been her house actually, but I don't know if she was like.
Yeah, it was her house.
Because there's another one where there's a chick that's a writer, but she's not deaf or whatever, but she goes out to this house or whatever, a cabin or something, and she's working on like a book. Something happened the previous year. She's working on a book, and she gasses up her car at the service station that had like 3 weird dudes or whatever at the service station, and they end up breaking in and doing a bunch of random shit to her, and then basically she ends up like they think she's dead. Because she jumped off into this water or something, and she comes back and ends up like really, really making them regret everything they did. Like basically just doing some fucked up shit back to them, and it's like.
No, it's not that one. Yeah, it's the one that was at her house. The dude tried to get in the house. She wouldn't let him. Yeah, no, I haven't seen the other one you were talking about. It kind of sounded. And there's another one. In the Black Mirror, they got one like that where there's a book writer and she's writing. They have like names or whatever, and So apparently, there's a bunch about women book writers that got a experience with killers.
Yeah,
and Black Mirror stuff. That was a good show.
Like the death chick. I think there was a guy that actually
keeps telling me to check that one out, but I still haven't seen it.
Wow, man.
The Black Mirror?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good show. It's they have some really good shows in there. Cuz it's basically just, a series of crazy shows. Like they had one really messed up one with the 2 dudes that played the video games with each other that ended up being lovers through the video games. That was nuts.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, man, they got it. If y'all haven't seen Black Mirror, got to check it out. It is very interesting. They have some really good ones.
Well, whenever I eventually, when things take off and I retire myself, I've got a big list of things I want to do. When I have time to do them, That's the problem. People like, hell, you're busy when like my youngest daughter or whatever was taking her to work. I think yesterday, and I made a comment about one of these Sundays when I'm off, whatever. Gotta either go see a movie or something. And she made a comment like, whenever your schedule calms the fuck down. And I was like, I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. because getting off Sunday morning and basically going back to work by like 4 p.m. Monday, and
Yeah.
so it's like I have 34 hours off and I'm back. So it's like, but I'm like I'm doing it for the money though, doing it to pay off some shit, get some of these passive income opportunities, actually like get them funded and off the ground, and maybe put money aside to get one of my first books published. Get these income streams actually happening, and then be able to, because I know a lot of them. It's like once you get them going, you can use the income from those opportunities, from those like side gigs, to literally like grow, like just reinvest what you make back into it to make it bigger. And so that's my plan, kind of, especially with like bid harvests, because it's like you can, keep growing until you can get extra units, and then those units you make more per month with them, and then it's like you just keep. But how it is with most opportunities out there, it's like, especially if you got like limited income in your house or whatever, because of like too much debt, so everything comes in, goes back out. It's hard for anybody to really get ahead unless they end up having to like, hey, I'll take that employment opportunity temporarily to make a shit ton of money. But a lot of them, at the same time, some people will take something like what I'm doing right now and just basically just spend it. Like, oh, I'm making these bigger paychecks. Oh man, I'm gonna go and buy shit. I'm gonna go and eat out. And I'm like, nope. I'm going to try to like get myself where I want to be, because I want to get healthy, like you, kind of similar to you, because I don't have it nearly as bad. Like when I got diagnosed with diabetes, I had it was one of those where I started experiencing like not blindness, but like I realized something was up. I was working my ass off. My hours were crazy, so like I was tired as shit all the time, and so I started experiencing random occasions of like blurriness out on the road. Like I could see stuff, but like street signs were blurry. I didn't worry about it because I knew my route by where I was going by heart. So like I could literally drive there and back and get back to Nashville and get home. And it's like I didn't really worry about not being able to read the street signs too much. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just tired. I need to just make sure I get plenty of sleep. Maybe once I'm rested, I'll my brain will stop being weird with me or whatever. Because it happened once, and it went on for like 2 weeks, and then my vision went back to normal. So that's kind of what I thought. I thought I'm just tired. Like I'm just burned out. I just need to make sure that I'm getting enough sleep. And so it went away, came back, and then a couple weeks later, a month or so later, it went away again. But this time it was like 3.5, 4 weeks later. I was still struggling to the point where like literally you pull up and look at like a drive-through menu, and you know how because they got the lettering on the front, you got the lights at the back of the sign or whatever to kind of illuminate it. I couldn't read a drive-through menu because everything blurred up. So I'd go out to drive through somewhere with my kid or my wife, and I would look over and be like, all right, can you tell me what does the menu say on such and such section, like for like drinks or whatever? Because I said I can't read that. It's like, you can't read that? I'm like, no, like I need to get into the doctor because something's going on. Like I don't know what's. And my wife's like, yeah, like yesterday, like you did. I'm like, I know. So I had to, wait and got an appointment scheduled to set up a primary care because I don't go to the doctor very often, but started trying to make it a regular thing, like every 6 months or something. Go in there and blood work and whatnot because I figure out if it's anything cancerous or something, I'd rather catch it as early as possible. So I scheduled a primary care to go ahead and establish. This is before now I'm with the VA, but I established a civilian primary care, and I kind of explained to them like, yeah, like my vision's blurred. They're like, yeah, you probably got diabetes. Are you diagnosed? I'm like, no, not yet. So they scheduled me, and I went into the vision. Did the vision test, which like I've had vision insurance a lot with whenever I do the benefits at work, but that was the first year ever, aside from the military, that I actually went in and did a vision, like an eye test, like an eye exam or whatever. Because I've always had 20/20. Like I've never had to worry about it, But so I went in there to have them, and of course they did the test. They prescribed me a prescription, and then I had to order my glasses or whatever. That took about 2 weeks, and then they came in around the time that I was supposed to go in and actually do the primary care initial visit, where he was gonna do blood work and check to see if I was actually getting a diabetes diagnosis. And so when my glasses came in, I didn't realize it right away, but I was noticing things are kind of improving, but I didn't know how much until I tried to wear the glasses, and the glasses made everything 50 times bigger than what they were. So I put those on and trying to drive, and I'm like, whoa, shit. I can't focus because everything is that car. It looks like the size of a semi. That semi looks like the size of a a commercial airliner. So I would take the glasses off, and and I went in there and got checked with the primary care, and he's like, yeah, you definitely have a type 2 diabetes diagnosis. We're gonna get you on these other meds, blah blah blah, and do this. And I told him, I was like, well, I'm glad I'm being treated now because I said my vision did this, but then by the time I got my glasses, it actually is back to normal now. And he's like, you're really lucky because that normally doesn't happen. Normally once your vision changes because of diabetes, usually you're fucked. It's just, I was like, yeah, I came back to normal. I can see fine now. I can go and do my DOT physical and they can test your eyes, and it's I can pass that part of the test without having to put on glasses or whatever. So I'm like, well, thank God for that, because when that all happened, I was 2.5 months away from having to renew my my medical certification card that I have to carry on me. And so I was freaking out going, am I going to be able to drive? Because, if I lose my job because I can't see, I was I don't know what's going to happen, financially or whatever, but thankfully, started actually treating the disease or whatever, and it's one of those things, it's little decisions, being out on the road and basically not carrying what the weight's constantly going up, and you're just not, you're just eating whatever, because of course you're well, I'm out here, I can only eat burgers and stuff, Yeah, there's still somewhat healthy stuff, healthy choices can be made out on the road and stuff, but you gotta it's you gotta make a conscious effort, kind of like what you're doing. You're deliberately eating certain things and you're walking, and I try to walk as much as I can, I literally will park as far away from the FedEx hub as I can, so that way I'm and that because I don't have a tracker to work with Bitwalk or whatever, so I literally, if I'm gonna park somewhere that I'm gonna actually walk to the building, I'm well, I gotta take my phone with me to make sure it tracks steps.
Yeah.
So
that's what I've been doing a lot more too. I would have had a lot more steps yesterday, but I put my phone down while I was listening to music while I was doing all the work.
I got you.
And so, and I was like, you know what? I could have had a lot more steps in yesterday if I would have had my phone in my pocket instead of, on the table or whatever.
I think he said he put a second alarm on his phone to wake up deliberately to do those stamps.
Yeah.
Versus realizing there's been a couple times, especially on days off, where I'll, enjoy my adult beverages on the day up, on my one day off or whatever. But then I tell myself throughout the day, I have to remember to get on there and either watch video to get the 5X rewards on those stamps, or if I really lazy and not really feeling it, I'll just do the stamps but do 1X. So at least I'm claiming them. I'm not getting the as much as I can, but at least claiming them and getting the credit for the stamps, even if it's just 1X. But I've had a couple times where I got busy the night before, and then I didn't think about it until my first day back at work, and I'm shit, I forgot to do my stamps yesterday. One of them I did 15,000, 18,000 steps, because that was a Sunday that I took my wife down. We have this lake, a park around this small lake or whatever, that near us in our neighborhood, and so it's a long walking path around it. So me and my kiddo have taken the bikes over there, and so I didn't think it was that long, because when you take the e-bikes, you can use the throttle to just have it drive you around the. We got around it in like 10 minutes. I'm like, this walking trail must not be that long. But the last Sunday, not this, well, I guess 2 Sundays back, I took my wife over there, and and pretty much it's like, hey, I basically just kind of like a surprise, because you try to like be spontaneous, and you're trying to make effort with your other half or whatever. So it's like I came down and literally said like, hey, get your walking shoes on. She's like, what? I'm like, get your walking shoes on. She's like, why? So I'm like, I'm taking you somewhere. Oh, okay. Because the National would go out walking all the time. Like she'd go to the parks, the nature parks that are like miles long, miles of like walking trails. The kinds that you could they have different directions, and if you're not careful, you could end up lost on these trails because you don't know how to get back to where you parked. So she hasn't been out walking since we moved up here to Missouri, though. So it's like I took her over to that park. I was like, I know you haven't been out and about, too much or whatever, and I thought you might enjoy this. And so I was still in flip flops. I'm not gonna lie. I had a hoodie, my shorts. It was like 55 degrees. It wasn't bad, but I was in my like a Chiefs hoodie, shorts, and my flip flops, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna walk it with you, even though I'm in flip flops. I don't care." Which kind of backfires for me because she's a fast walker and I'm not so much. So like she's walking way ahead of me, and eventually she stops and waits for me to catch up. And I'm like, I'm coming. She goes, yeah, I know. I don't mean to be so far ahead of you. I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. I just, she's taking pictures of all the stuff, all the leaves and the lake and whatever, and enjoying herself. But they're like halfway around the trail, and I'm thinking, this is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Because you're like, I think I'm already like 2 miles in, and there's still half the trail to go. But making little conscious efforts like that now to try to. But yeah, that was the day I had like so many stamps. I think I had like 38 stamps. And I had told myself the entire day, I was like, I have to go on there and actually claim those, like watch the videos, claim all those. I'm going to get like some massive rewards. Totally forgot, didn't do any of them. Realized the next morning, shit! I was like, well, I lost them. I wish we could get like park credit, even if we don't do it, Like, yeah, you get like half credit because you didn't watch the stamps or collect them. Well, we're giving you something, but it's like, no, you don't do them. It's like we were, like, if you don't convert your steps or whatever, then basically you just don't get them. You lose your streak or whatever. But it's like, well, I try to remember to do it, but it's like one of those, if you get busy or whatever, and then I'll be out here and realize that like just after 3 o'clock that I hadn't that I still had stamps to collect or to claim or whatever. It'd be like 3:05, and I'll be like, oh, hold on, let me see. Oh no, they're gone. Shit. It's like, well.
Yeah, my goal is to hit 20,000 steps a day by Christmas.
I'd be having
trouble walking. I got to do. Means I just got to be able to do 2 1-hour walks a day or 1 2-hour walk a day. But then it'll be snowing up here before too long, so it's going to be rough doing that. I might have to go to a mall or something. We'll see how the weather is.
Especially if you walk through like deep snow, be like, oh man, I'm feeling it afterwards.
Yeah, go walk around the mall with the old people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, man, I hate to. I think I'm actually getting sick. I think I'm coming down with something. And so, I'm going to have to call. I need to go take me some medicine and give me some, chicken broth.
I was about to say the same, man. Not, I'm coming down with something, but I had to go too.
Yeah, you got to go to work in the morning. No, actually, you're off now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm off. I got to go, talk to somebody about a special load.
Gotcha. Well, we've actually got a pretty good, like hour and 45 minutes. It's a pretty good episode.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah, I'll have to put your YouTube as a link on the Blodge Show website, and either when you release your album and your book, or if you want to talk about it before, we can get on a video call and have that video actually posted on the site too as kind of a promotion for you, you know.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll talk about it, and we'll get up it, I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, we'll get up and talk about it. As it goes and progresses, we can, come up with ideas and stuff and see, the best route to, when to do it.
Yep. All right, guys.
And always, keep me in check, make sure I'm doing good.
Yeah, we gotta keep touching base with you, make sure you're, keeping up with those healthy habits.
Yeah.
Well, Barry and Rico, appreciate you guys being on again, and look forward to the next one.
All
yes,
right,
sir.
man. I'll holler at y'all later.
Sounds good.
Later.
You guys have a good one. Later.
You too.
All right, later.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I hope you guys enjoyed that edition of the Keeping It Real segment with me, my buddy Rico, and my buddy Barry. We're actually enjoying doing this, and so I believe we're going to try to keep it going. But just keep tuning in and, check out the website, blodgetshow.com. for any updates. I will at some point have another page with about Rico or about Barry's upcoming album and his book, and probably gonna have a recorded video call between me, Rico, and Barry on there at some point, but also updating the promotions page with the more current stuff that we got going on with the passive stuff, like the Bit Harvest with the passive Bitcoin 247.com and Sophie link, and gonna get some other links on there as well. But feel free to check it out, blodgetshow.com. But on that note, I appreciate you guys tuning in with us this week. Come back next week, for we never know what me, Rico, and Barry are gonna talk about. But it's always fun when we do it. So on that note, appreciate you. Keep doing what you gotta do. And we'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.